shaft, groove, and other types of hole. Okay, so we'll continue the last class session. I'm going to open the software now. Please check is the software is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so go to the start option,
No,
mechanical
sir.
design. No.
Sir, it is now it is clear, sir.
Okay, so maybe there is speed issue. You go to mechanical design, part design. Give the part name. I think already we are yesterday made the part. It is better to directly open it instead of creating once again. So I open this file from here and or otherwise directly call it from the history. So when you use the file option, the last 5 components will be displayed in the history over here. Okay, so this part is being made last time. Day number 3. This is that part. Is it correct? Now, what is the pending work here? We have to apply threaded holes, tamped holes. So let's do that. Click on the hole command. Select the face. The diameter of hole. That is how much? I think it is not simple hole. It is a metric size. M4 is given. Am I right? So you directly jump to the thread definition and use this threaded button on. How much the thread size given in the drawing? M4. Correct. And how much depth of hole is there? Sorry, depth of thread is there?
13.
13. 13. And what is the depth of hole? What is the depth of hole? Drill hole. How much depth? Thread depth you are saying correct.
There is a calculation.
There is a
Or hold
calculation. It is 1D or 2D. Drill depth. Thread depth minus drill depth is equal to 2 times diameter if length by D ratio is greater than 3. Okay. And length by depth diameter ratio is equal to 3. Then first option is applicable. So how much the diameter? It is 4. The length is 13. So 13 by 4. How much? Can you calculate? 13 by how much?
3.2.
How much? Put it in the chat box.
3.25.
3.25. It means greater than 3. So we'll go for the second calculation. Thread depth. How much thread depth? Thread depth is 13 minus drill depth. Unknown. Drill depth don't know. Is equal to 2 times diameter. 14 into 2. Sorry, 4 into 2. 8. 13 minus x is equal to 8. So x is equal to how much?
5.
5. Is it 5? Sure. I think it should not be 5. Just a minute. Thread depth is how much? 13. 13 minus x is equal to 8. Then how much x then?
5, sir.
5 होता. So 13 minus 5. It is how much? 13 minus 5. 3 minus 10. 10 minus 8. 8 होणार. बरोबर.
Hello, sir.
हाँ बोला.
Sir, first calculation use होईल ना?
You are saying that the L by D ratio is 3.2. That's why I'm taking it's greater than 3. That's why I'm taking the second calculation. L by D if it is less
L
than
by D.
3.
Okay, okay. I thought it's 1 by D.
No, L by D. Okay, so now let's try to do that. M4 whole, right? So I do that M4 whole. So here is an option, metric thick pitch. We need here M4 and thread depth 13 is given. 13 is given. Hole depth is how much? Hole depth is not up to next. We'll take a blind option. And now you provide here hole depth. Or drill depth, you can say. It cannot be less than 13 because thread itself is 13. So 13 plus 5 you say. It become 18. 13 plus 5. Okay. So this become 18 and okay. So everything is fine. You go to this extension now and take the V bottom as per this drawing. There is a V tip. How much that tip angle? It is 118. It should be 118. When it is a 118 degree, see this preview, click on go to the position sketch now. Define the location where you want to put it. So as per the drawing, that location is how much? It is given here 30 and
12.5.
12.5, right? So 12.5 and one is 30. So you do that. So from this edge to this point, it become 12.5. Is it right? Oh no, it's not this edge. From this edge, 12.5, and one location is 30 from the center. So from this X to this point, it become 30. It is already by default 30 is created. Fine. But 30 I need opposite side. So you double click, expand this and use the swap location. So you cannot put minus value in the sketcher. You remember that. Remember this. Don't see any minus value in the sketcher. Instead of minus, here is a swap option, positive and negative. Okay. You will get that option if you go to this more option and use this swap. Now you check the status. It should be ISO constraint. It is a single point, and now I'm going to exit that sketch from here. Use exit sketch. use exit sketch and click OK. First hole is get created. Now the second hole, not second, there are total 6 holes that are located at different locations. So we'll use the pattern option now. So select the sketch here first. Take the face, which is the top face. Okay. So what I done here, very fastly, what I done, take the sketch and select the top face. Is it first quadrant? See the absolute axis H and V. Are you see it in the first quadrant? Yes or no?
No.
No. So what should I do to make it first quadrant?
Reverse H.
Reverse H. Now it is the first, but the horizontal is not a correct one. So you have to swap it. So H become V and V become H. So this horizontal is parallel to Y and vertical is parallel to X. That is my requirement. Now it become a first quadrant. So click on OK. Now at this location, define the points. 1. You can hide this axis system to avoid confusion. The next is this one, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1 is already present originally. So define the dimensions here. This point to the axis of this hole. This dimension is horizontal. So you right click and make the dimension horizontal. I think that is already horizontal. It shows up magenta color. It means the constraint is already there because of coincidence option. Only thing is that vertical dimensions we have to define. Okay, we'll go for this point to this point. Right click, make horizontal dimensions. This is 30. What next size? 15 and 15. Okay, center to center distance. So from axis of this hole to this point, it become 15. Same for this. Oh, it's not inclined dimensions. You should take vertical dimension properly. So you select this point, then second point, then right click here, use vertical measure dimension, and this become 15 again. After that, you have to define vertical dimension for this now. So we need to locate this point which is aligned on this line. So you make this coincidence. Same for here. I think already it is there. No need to do it. It's already there. So double click here, select this point, this line, make it coincidence. Now what to do? We have to make it symmetric. These 2 points. Right click, allow symmetry about horizontal. So if it is there, there is no need to create the dimensions 30 again. Double click here. These 2 points is also symmetric. Now you have to define the location, vertical location. That is again total 30. Center to center distance is 30. Now check the status here. It shows ISO constraint. Exit the sketch and use a pattern command. That is done through transformation feature. In the transformation feature, you will see this. Are you see this all? This transformation feature option. Here is that. So how to bring this transformation feature if it is by mistake off, that is or closed here. You can right click on this and you see that toolbar name, transformation features. Now you will see this. Okay, so you expand it and you will see pattern options. So there are three different patterns available. The purpose of pattern, you know that in NX and Creo you learned what is the purpose of pattern, to make the multiple instances. So you select this option, user pattern, then select this sketch and select the, here is a dialog box will appear first. Okay, so I'll repeat that once again. Repeat that, just select this option, take first position is this one, or better to select it first from object. So object, which object you want to do pattern, this whole. And now you select the position, only specific holes are get position appropriately, otherwise the entire part is get positioned to concerned point location. So I'm selecting that and click on OK. I repeat this once again, delete. Here is a delete option, click OK. Use this user pattern position. I think I deleted the positions also. I go back using Control Z. I want to delete this only pattern. I don't delete this sketch which is attached to that. So I uncheck this aggregated portion. If you active this, the sketches also get vanished if you delete this. So I'll off this delete aggregated element and click OK. The sketch will remain as it is. This is where the positions which are drawn earlier. You select this option, user pattern. Now you select the object, which object to pattern, this hole, and the position which is nothing but this your sketch number 11. At that location the holes are get placed. Okay, then next you can check that through the section. How to check the section? Here you can see the dynamic sectioning option. Are you see this option, dynamic section? Click on it, select this face and simply drag it. I repeat, select this face and drag along this direction. You can see that. I think TP is not properly displayed to you. Yeah, now it is fine. So this is the cross section you displayed over here. That is for the just checking point of view, whether the internal features details are created properly or not. There is an option here, dynamic sectioning. After that, is there any other pending work is there? I think the holes are there only. That is finished now. So using the user pattern option, you can do the holes. So yesterday we also use here mirror options. Now I'm going to delete that mirror. I'm deleting this mirror, and instead of mirror, to achieve the same result of mirror, we will use a pattern over here. So this hole and this particular slot or a pocket, I will do pattern linearly along the direction. So I use the rectangular pattern. So in the rectangular pattern, one dialog box will appear. Start to fill the pattern from bottom. The object to pattern is the pocket number 1. Select the pocket number 1 from the tree. Then direction to pattern, you can active this access system to select the direction now. So just select this Y direction. The direction is now reversed, and how much spacing will be there. Remember that a pattern is generated from center only. Center to center distance it will consider. So how much the distance between this feature to second feature? Can you tell?
80.
It
80.
become 80, correct. So you go to the 80 and define the size 80. You can see that. Okay. The same second pattern you can also do here using rectangular pattern option. Objective pattern, now I'm selecting the hole, which is hole number 1, and the direction of pattern is again Y. The reverse direction is there. And what is the spacing now? Center to center, I think it is 35. So you choose to 35. Enter key. Press the enter. Quantity you can increase, but it is not needed more than 2 quantity. You can see that. But there is no any material. The result will not be affect here if you use the 4 quantity. So I'm choosing the 2 quantity, and here the type of spacing I'm taking here, instance and spacing. So quantity and spacing between each instances, that you have to define. Okay, so I click on OK. The result is that now this is what the result. So we avoid the mirror command which we done last time here. Okay, so suppose somebody says that instead of 80 size, you put it that size to 75. That easily you can do it, but that is not possible in mirror command. That's why it is not recommended to use the mirror. Okay, so you can do symmetric and unsymmetric anytime, that particular feature, if you use the pattern option by adjusting some distance or the dimensions or parameters. Now I'll store this file. Now we move ahead to the next part, which is the shaft and groove. Shaft and groove. This is the example here. Here is an example. You can see the second part is a shaft. This is the axis type of part. When the part is axis type, then it is recommended to use the shaft command. It is a similar kind of revolve options in NX and Creo. So now I select new file using part mechanical design. What is the part name here? Arm and shaft. So we want to make the shaft only. So I give the component name shaft. So click on OK and hide this all datum planes using the right click hide and show option. Then you refit this particular model here using fit all in option. After that, start to introduce one axis system. So select insert, click on axis system, then current off and click OK. After that, we have to select one front plane because we want to create the shaft. So here in the front view, you can see the all diameters are there. And from the top, you will see the location of holes. So first we create the diameters of the shaft that we can easily see it from the frontal view. So I choose a front view. Which one is front view from this all planes? What is the name of front view?
YZ.
YZ plane. So you select here YZ plane. So the coordinate system is a correct absolute coordinate system horizontal and vertical according to the first quadrant. So I click OK. I will off this axis system, and now draw a half side profile only. Vertical line, then this horizontal line, then this again small vertical line, then horizontal line, then vertical, and again continue the horizontal line. Little longer, then again vertical line which is matching to this one. Okay, close this. Now this is the profile is get created. I select all profiles and slightly move this profile roughly at center location. Okay, now define the dimensions. Double click on this First, we need to define the diameter dimensions. So hence I need the axis first. So you draw the axis. Now you give the dimension from the axis. So this axis to this one. Make right click, use an option diameter. But if you not mention the axis, then diameter options will not be displayed. Only it will take the linear dimension. Then next is
Sir, can you repeat it? How to convert it into diameter?
yeah, I'll do. The next diameter is there. What is that? 56. So see, double click on this. Double click on a constraint. Select first axis. Then this second line. Then it shows the simple length dimensions. Then right click here. In the contextual options, you will find radius or diameter. I want diameter. Now you see this diameter is there. Similarly, one more dimension is there, which is the 87. I'm not creating these decimal places. Directly round up value I'll take 87. Then right click here, use diameter option. Okay, if you put the dimension starting from axis, then only diameter will indicate, otherwise not. Then is there any other diameter? I think it is finished. 1, 2, 3 diameters. Then some lengths are there. It is 28.9. There is one length. This one is 28.9. Second one is 89.3. So I'm considering only 89. So this to this one. The next one is collar width is 24. So this become 24. The next size is total length. Can you tell anyone how much the total? 37 plus 193, 194 plus 15. 38, 38 plus 194 plus 15. So this is the remaining size. Okay, so still some dimensions are pending. So what is that? It's just location, horizontal location. So I locate this horizontal line, sorry, not horizontal, vertical line, and this vertical line. Right click, make it coincidence. Now all dimensions are constrained properly. Now if you try to change one by one, then definitely the entire profile is get disturbed. In this situation, there is a one command is given here. What is that? Edit multi constraint, to avoid the problem of failure of profile if the dimensions are not proportionate while modification purpose. Then use this option edit multi constraint, and simultaneously all dimensions we can change it. So this dimension is, you can say, 15 plus 194 plus 38, 38 plus 194 plus 15. Enter. So the number is changed, but still profile is not changed. The second length is how much? It is 24 mm. Next length, after 24, it become 89. I take only round up value. I'm cancelling out decimal places. This one 89. After 89, it is 28.9. Let's consider 29. Next one, diameter, bigger diameter is how much? It's 87. So you change to 87 here. Then this diameter is 56 and 40. So this become 56. The last become 40. Now you simultaneously change, see the effect of change. So click on the preview and
Hello.
click on OK. You can see that. Oh, there is some problem. How much this? Collar diameter is 87. I repeat this, Control Z. Okay, this is what the profile. I change it simultaneously again. First length 193 plus 15.
246.
193 plus 15 plus how much?
38.
38. This one is 24. This one is how much? 89. This one is 29. This one is 56. This one is, sorry, it's become 87. 87. This is 56. And this is 40. Let's check the sizes are correct and then see the preview. Click OK. Now see the proportionality. All profiles are changed. Okay. So instead of changing one by one, you select the all dimensions simultaneously and do modifications. Then click OK. So entire profile according to the dimension proportional, it will change. Okay. Now I think already we drawn the axis, right? Can see that the length of axis is very small. I just expand it. Okay. Now you check the status. It shows the under constraint status. Can you tell the reason? What is the correct reason? It shows
Length
the
of
under
axis.
constraint.
Axis length.
Why? Because axis doesn't have any length. So I give this size. Let's say it is a 500 length. Not necessary to define the length. Just for the constraining purpose, I give this length and make them coincidence. Now you check the status. You move these diameters. Okay. Okay. Now check the status. It shows a ISO constraint. After that, exit the sketch and make a command shaft. Click on the command shaft. So it will be add a material around the axis. At the angle of 360 degree, you can see one dialog box appeared here. That angle is 360 degree. So if you see this preview, the shaft is get created. But if let's say this angle is 150 and you can see this effect, double click on it, you will see this 150-degree angle. If it is I'm taking 180, you will see this. It is a perfect flat. Na? This is 270 suppose. Now you flip the direction, you can reverse it. You will get this result. Okay, so I need 360-degree close angle and then click OK. The shaft is get created. Now there is one chamfer available here. The chamfer size is not mentioned, but it is there. So you go to dress up feature, which is from this toolbar. Dress up feature. Here is a chamfer. Just click on the chamfer. Take this edge and define the chamfer 1 degree. One is very small. I take it to 2 degree, and the angle is 45 degree and click OK. So chamfer is get created. Okay. Next is there is a flat cutout surface. So from frontal view, you can see here there is a rectangular box. That size of box is 194 by 31. 194 by 31 size. So now I am activating this axis system and select the frontal view and go to this sketch. Click on OK. So draw a rectangle here. How much size? 194. 194. And by this one width is 31. Okay, so this rectangle I drawn. Now that location of rectangle. Double click here. We have to connect this over the cylindrical edge. So to make the cylindrical edge, I need to use the project 3D elements. Select this project 3D canonical. Canonical means cylindrical. Cylindrical edges. Double click here and click on this. You will see the two edges. I don't need one from it. So you directly select and cancel out this projection. And this one I need it for reference purpose. So I just select this construction element so that it become dotted one. Now you can easily align this line to this line using coincidence option. Okay, now that location is a 15. So from this vertical line to this line, it become how much? 15, 1 5. Okay, now this rectangle is drawn. You check the status here. It shows ISO constraint. Also check the profile is closed or not. It is a close. Now you exit the sketch here and make them pocket. Straight cut we want, because if you see from top view, you will see the flat straight line. So that's why the cutting of material is the linear. That's why I'm taking the pocket option. Use a mirror extend. Both side material we want to cut. So the distance I'll take more here. You can see this effect and click on OK. This is get created. After that, there are two holes at 47 location and center to center distance is 100. So you plot the hole using the hole command. Select this face, directly define position first. Define the dimension from where? From this edge to this point. That location is how much? 47. And the center location is aligned here. You can see that. Okay, now exit this sketch now and put the diameter. How much the diameter is that? Diameter, how much? It is not mentioned. I think it is not mentioned. Let's see the assembly of this file. What bolts is get fitted here? 8 number part. So I'll open that 8 number part, which is the name screw 2. So screw 2. What is the diameter? 12.5.
1.5.
So this diameter get fitted here. Oh, just a minute. Yeah, get fitted here. It's 12.5. Correct. So now that diameter become same. 12.5. The depth is how much? I think it is through. So you take here directly up to next and see this preview. Click on OK. and use a pattern. The direction of pattern is linear. So use rectangular pattern type, or you can directly use this option and define the first feature. This is the feature. Direction is Y and the spacing between each is 100. So distance between two instances is 100. Quantity is 2 we need. Preview and click OK. If you double click here and to modify to 3 quantity, that also you can do, but third quantity we don't need. Let's say the spacing between each is 50. Now a middle quantity I don't need. In that situation we can off it. The meaning is same. We are putting the two quantity and the spacing between each is 50 plus 50. It becomes 100. Okay. So as per the drawing, you have to mention this size 100 exactly. And this quantity is 2. See this preview. Sorry. This hole is not displayed because it is off. So you have to show this hole. Just click on the dot. Now you see this effect and click OK. So if you don't need specific instances of hole, then in the pattern, you simply click on the dot. That type of display we call the simplified representation of pattern. Okay. Now I store this file. Is there anything wrong in my drawing? Diameter is very big as compared to my drawing here. Now observe that I just checked later. Online day number 3 shaft. Okay. How we can check is just double click to sketch number 1. Yeah, you can see that diameter is totally wrong. So why it is taken double value? Because whatever the dimensions you put it in the edit multi-constraint option, diameters, this is 40. Okay, because in my drawing it shows a 40. So the software consider only radial parameter here. So it's not 40, it become 20 then. This is 56. So this become half of 56. It is asking for radius in this multi-edit constraint option. Otherwise it is asking for radius. Okay, this one is 87 divided by 2 now. Now you check this and click OK. Exit. Now it is quite good. Okay, so when you want to modify the diameters using edit multi constraint, always remember in this option of dialog box, it is not asking diameter, it is asking radius. Okay, so now exiting the sketch and save this file. Similarly, if you want to do some cutouts here, okay, the same result I can achieve through a turning operation. So if you go to select this first sketch and use the sketcher and draw a rectangle here, draw rectangle, whatever the size of rectangle, I'm not bothering right now, just draw a rectangle, also draw center rotation axis and use groove command. Okay, so double click on this. So what happened here, this portion which is intersected portion, that is totally turned out. It is totally turned out. You can see I move this. This is the groove operation. Right, so which is not needed in my current drawing right now. I just cancel out. I save this file. Okay, so are you understood this shaft and groove?